Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Obviously today we're talking about some Noob Ferra. This was a requested team up, so I thought, hey, let's do it. But before we get into it, please make sure you drop a like on the video. Helps me spreading my content to our YouTube. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. I'm happy to answer you within 24 hours. And of course, please subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subs in 2025, and we are currently already at 600. So thank you for doing that in advance, and thank you to everybody who has done that so far. Now, let's get on to some stuff first, right? Let's talk about Noob Ferra and what they do. So I'm gonna be totally honest. Ferra doesn't do much for Noob. So as you can see, you have Torr Stance by hitting the Kameo button. From here, you have a few options. Your first one is 2, which is an overhead. You can see it starts up in 20 frames, so it's a bit slow. You can obviously be poked out of it. And you have the -6 on block advantage, which means you're safe. You're not going to get punished by much unless you get armored or interrupted, basically. Then you also have Kameo 1. This also is a launching option, and you can see it's slower than the overhead. It is a mid and is -4, so it's even safer. You might get a cheeky poke in some, terrible internet connections, but other than that, that is how it works. And then you have the last option up close, which is 3. Now 3 is a low, as you can see, starts up in 17 frames, so it's a lot faster than the other moves. So potentially if your opponent is trying to interrupt you a lot, if you do Kameo 3 after a place they don't expect it and they try and mash a button, they will get launched as well. Now, as you can see though, on block it is -12, which means it is fully punishable by every single character in the game. Every single character can punish you within 12 frames, so you will be eating quite a lot of damage if you do that. Then you also have the up Kameo. Now up Kameo is just an ambush move of your Torr Stance, and this basically gives you access to moves in the air, which is an overhead move every single time. I'll try and do it again. There you go, overhead. Whether you do jump in 2 or jump in 1, you can see it's overhead. It doesn't matter. Now you don't have any other options. You only have jump 1 and jump 2, and it works as a pop-up as in old MK. What do I mean by this? If you did a neutral jump punch like this in old MK, you used to pop up the opponent. You basically get that with Ferra. Here, it gets a pop-up and then you get a combo off it. It's an okay tool, but keep in mind the ambush version, which is the up Kameo version here that we're using, uses the entire Kameo meter. But let's say you have done a combo, right? Let's say you do a string into, a combo, right? Very simple stuff. It's only 1 to teleport there, but the point is you can do simple stuff like that and you do quite a lot of damage. Now obviously you can also do things like this, so and then you can hit her again. Notice how the second time I used Ferra, I used the ambush version, but I only had half a Kameo meter to work with. You still get the ambush version of Ferra off with the attack if you only have half a Kameo meter when using the ambush. But if you have the full Kameo meter and then you decide to use it, it will take up the entire Kameo meter. So basically, think of it as anytime you're going to use the ambush version in the air, you are going to lose all of your Kameo meter, whether you have used Ferra previously in the combo or not. Now, as you guys can see, what I just did was a cancel from the teleport. This is a move that is obviously very handy for you. Now, like I said, if you haven't used any Kameo meter, it's still going to take up the full Kameo meter on a conversion, which is not great, right? But at least you get the conversion regardless, right? That's not the optimal, but that's just to show you guys that it is possible. Obviously, you can get conversions of your back forward 3 as well. You can get it, I just whiffed it there, but yeah. And these combos of your teleport conversions and your back forward 3 full screen conversions and your Embrace Chaos portal conversions and even your normal portal, they are all the exact same as the string starter combos. They are all the exact same as if you were to do it from like even without any meter with the stuff. So yeah, as you guys see, I'll literally show you guys one more time. And there you go, that's the optimal with the teleport and the back forward 3 conversion. And then you just literally follow the exact same combo for the string starters in the mid screen. In the corner, it doesn't change because you would take them out of the corner and stuff. So yeah, that's just the way Noob is fundamentally designed. Now, there are a few other moves that we can talk about real quick. These moves are not very important, but I will mention them anyway. In Torr Stance, you also have another option, which is 4. As you can see, Torr becomes a projectile. This is okay if you want to use it. I highly suggest not using it though. As you can see, it goes mid-screen, almost full screen. If you hold back after the input, she will go a lot closer towards you. And then if you hold forward, she will go completely full screen and hit the opponent. This is extremely plus, no matter how you do it, as long as it hits the opponent on block, right? So it is very plus, even if you did it from like this distance, it's really plus, so you can pretty much do anything you want. But as you can see, it also starts up in a ridiculously long amount of time, and it also has to travel across the screen, right? So it's a move that you're not going to use very often, but it's a projectile, and if you want to use a projectile while your shadow is, you know, on cooldown, you know, that is an option that you have. The last thing I want to mention is a very simple mechanic with Ferra in this game, and that is down Kameo. This basically gives you extra super meter while you are hitting the opponent. So I'm going to go on one segment of meter, and let's say we do a regular Noob Saibot combo and take her off block, of course. As you can see, I've built just over a half of my meter from that, and if I was to use it without, I build a lot less, right? So that is there for you to use as well. Obviously hit confirm it, so don't use it like I did in the explanation. If you get the hit confirm, right, then use it. So, you know, you open up the opponent here, and then you hit down Kameo because you've confirmed that you've hit them. And then she's going to build the meter for you nice and quickly, as you can see. Now, don't leave her out after your combo. When you finish your combo, press down Kameo again so she leaves the screen, because if she does get hit, you will lose super meter. That is very important. So remember, hit confirm into down Kameo to get your meter nice and quick, and then hit down Kameo again so she leaves and she has no possibility of being hit, and you've just gained a whole bunch of meter for you've gained about half a super bar of meter for half a Kameo meter. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it's a mechanic that you can play with. If you used a 3-bar combo, you you can get a 4-bar combo, but it's really not worth it because Noob Saibot combos, we know they take up a lot of gravity, and the developers made sure that if you're using a lot of high damage tools, that they do scale in gravity a lot. So yeah, that's just Noob's fundamental design flaw, unfortunately. So you can't get some crazy ridiculous damage unless you do some Ferra techs, which we are going to start to talk about. Now, in Torr Stance, you also have down Kameo. As you can see, she stabs you, and you can do this twice, and you take damage, obviously. So the first time you do, it's 5%, and then it's flat 10% from there. So it is quite a bit of damage to take, you are taking, but there are ways in which you can set this up. Now, for each time Ferra stabs you in the back, you get 1 hit of armor, which means the opponent has to almost respect what you're doing on wake up if you know the right setup, which I'm going to talk about right now. Okay, so we have Tanya here on armored wake up, and we're going to show you how to set this up. Now, every setup I'm going to explain does need at least 1 bar of meter. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is, but you can do any confirm right into Ferra, for example, and then you would do the regular combos, which for Noob in this scenario you would use Kameo 1, jump 2 3, jump 2 3, and then cancel, get, and then you've armored through her, and then you launch her. You can also hit her with the low option. Just be careful that Tanya is off the ground, right? So characters that don't leave the ground, you can also hit them with the low option. You can also hit them with a mid option, which I'll also show you guys. You see, it goes under Tanya because she gets off the ground. And then we also have this one here. Alright. And then you can launch her, of course, and then you get another free combo. So yeah, that is the way you do a Ferra setup. It works in the mid-screen and the corner the exact same. You just need to do a meter burn teleport, and then as soon as you can, get Ferra on your back, and then wait just a little bit because there's a possibility of delay armored wake up as well, and this will you know, beat out any type of, you know, buttons on wake up, armored wake up, of course, and that sort of thing. If your opponent wants to disrespect you, which they really shouldn't be, if they are seeing that you're going to use the setup, which would be ridiculous to even challenge it. The only characters I could really think of is if you really mistime it and Liu Kang wakes up with like a 1-2, because that's a very fast string, but that's you majorly messing up the setup as well. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I could find. The combos aren't extremely extensive in the way they work. Unfortunately, like I've said, Noob's fundamental design on combos makes sure that when he does a lot of damage, he takes up a lot of gravity, and therefore trying to combo with an air Ferra like afterwards is not really optimal at the end, and it's not very possible to combo after. There are some scenarios that you guys can see that in the time with the timestamps in the combo section, of course, and I have all that sort of things for you guys. I also have the Embrace Khaos combos in this video, and all the setups are in the video as well at the very end. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, Noob Ferra is not a, like, it's not even probably a, I'd put it as an A tier team. It's good, it gives you the mix, it gives you the, you know, respectable Oki pretty much, with spending 1 bar, which with Noob is not that big of a deal, right? because you have Ferra to cancel and save you some meter. But like I said, it's really not the best team, but it's pretty good as far as Noob can go, and the combos aren't crazy at all, but it is what it is. Obviously, if you can do more damage when you get Ferra to stab you in the back, then launch, and you can do more damage that way, but doing it twice is super unrealistic, like you guys would see in shorts and all that sort of thing. So I just want to give you guys some realistic examples of what you can do in game. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please drop a like on the video if you learned something new, or you just like the video in general. Thank you very much for doing that in advance. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'm guaranteed to answer you within 24 hours. And guess what? We are on the road to 1,000 subs in 2025. We're currently at around 600, and I appreciate you subbing to the channel because we have plenty of more MK content, Marvel Rivals content, Dead by Daylight content coming on the channel. We stream about every one of those games at least fortnightly. We are also going to start streaming some older MK games, as MK11 is making a return for, you know, once a fortnight, maybe even a 3-week rotation. MKX as well. I'll show you guys some fun stuff on those games. And yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop blabbing on because you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk. And yeah, I'm gonna play the combos now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you on the next one.
Oh!